Hello everyone, welcome back to the 1 week MOOC course on direct tax system in India. Today we are going to see the income tax authorities in hierarchical way of direct taxes. The first supreme authority of direct taxes in India is CBDT, that is Central Board of Direct Tax. It is the authority which has to look after all the matters which are related to direct taxes. The second highest authority is Director General of Income Tax. Next, Directors of Income Tax or Commissioner of Income Tax. Deputy Directors of Income Tax or Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. Assistant Directors of Income Tax or Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax. Next, Income Tax Officers, Tax Recovery Officers, Inspectors of Income Tax, Additional Directors of Income Tax, Joint Directors of Income Tax and Joint Commissioners. The Central Board of Direct Tax (CBDT) was established in the year 1964. It has been charged with all the matters related to various direct taxes in India. It has the highest powers related to direct taxes. It has to provide all the inputs which are necessary to make the policies a new framework for the direct taxes. Let us understand the Financial Act. The Finance Act, which is passed by Parliament in every year, will determine the income tax slabs or tax rate for the assessees. Let us see current year income tax rates for the year previous year 2019-20. There are three types of assessees are there. One is general assessee, senior assessee, super senior assessee. General assessee means who are the below age group of 60 years. Senior assessees means or senior citizens means who are above the 60 years but below the 80 years. Super seniors means the assessees who are crossing the age of 80 years. The normal assessees or general assessees has to pay the income taxes according to these slab rates. The normal assessee who is having the annual income of up to rupees 2,50,000, they have to pay no taxes. But earning more than 2,50,000 but below the 5 lakh rupees annually, they have to pay the taxes at the rate of 5%. Then if the annual income is more than 5 lakh but below 10 lakh, they have to pay at the rate of 20%. If the annual income is more than 10 lakh, then that will be charged at 30%. The super senior assessee up to rupees 3 lakh, they need not to pay any taxes. So, but more than 3 lakh but below 5 lakh, that will be charged at 5%. Then more than 5 lakh but below 10 lakh, then it will charge at 20%. More than 10 lakh, if the annual income is more than 10 lakh, that will be charged at 30%. In case of super senior assessee, up to rupees 5 lakh, there is no taxes. But more than 5 lakh but below 10 lakh, they have to pay the taxes at 20%. If the income is more than 10 lakh, they have to pay the 30% as tax rate. Then every assessees has to compulsory pay the additional charges, that is cesses, health and education cess at the rate of 4%. If the annual income of assessee crosses 50 lakh, they have to supposed to pay 10% surcharge. If the annual income is more than 1 crore, then they have to pay the surcharge at the rate of 15%. If any assessee's income is less than 5 lakh, they can claim the reduction or rebate under section 87A. For salaried people, there is a standard deduction of 50,000 rupees. Let us know about PAN card or PAN. What is PAN means? Permanent Account Number. It is a 10-character alphanumeric identification code issued to various classes of persons. That means Income Tax Department issues the PAN cards to identify the taxpayer. It has been mandatory to quote the PAN card while filling the income tax returns. or TDS, any other communication with the income tax department. Thank you, participants.